Being the managing director of PSIT Kanpur, what is your philosophy of leadership? How would you describe your leadership style?
Thank you so much for asking me the question. So I simply feel that you got to lead by example and treat others the way you would want them to treat you. Isn't that simple? So I ensure that the respect and dignity of everyone is maintained around me. And as it is rightly said, what goes around comes around. Karma. So growth with positivity is what I require in this college. So apart from this, demonstrating the value in action is what I believe in. So let your people see you in action. They will imbibe, they'll follow. Let your people work with passion, not compulsion. And it is my innate desire to see every PSIT working here to walk down the corridors of this college as though they own it.
Thank you, ma'am, for your thoughts. Next question we'll move on to. I would like to know that any great institute, especially the Professional Education Institute, is known for its teaching methodology in different courses. How does PSIT maintain its standards?
So the learning system at PSIT adapts to the changing needs of primarily the industry. So our state university decides the curriculum in consultation with the colleges and great think tanks. The course objectives and program outcomes are well defined. So these learning modules are designed in a way to take care of the cognitive, affective and sensory domains of students. So the application-based learning is the main focus so that students can apply the knowledge gained in their coursework. So the gaps are identified on a need basis and worked upon suitably to transform the students into dynamic, responsible professionals. So along with prescribed university syllabus, our students devote almost 2 hours to a very versatile program that we have at PSIT, that is Empower. So we take special care in designing the course content based on inputs, especially by the industry. So through persistent efforts of able academicians, the institute has been ranked prestigiously by the state university for its various courses. So you'll be glad to know our BPharm has been ranked second, BTech has been ranked second, MBA has been ranked second, and MCA has been ranked sixth as per the performance analysis of the state university. It's very much on their website. So due to the syllabus that we have, every year we find our students featuring in the merit list of the university and they end up bagging medals.
Right. There's no doubt about it that PSIT is a well-known institute in North India. So, however, more than an institute, it is more known as a brand. So, what do you have to say about it?
Thank you so much for acknowledging it. So the first passing out batch in 2008 actually paved the way to a lot of hard work. So we knew it is going to be a road, a difficult road actually to travel. So creating a learning friendly environment for the students and faculty has been our prime goal from day one. So any organization or institute envisions itself as a brand only if it takes care of all its stakeholders and builds trust. So our stakeholders here are our employees, that include faculty and that includes the staff, the students and their parents. So the institute ensures the opportunity for every candidate as per his ability and career plans. So we're a trusted name in recruiters' diary. Every student who enrolls for placement walks out with an offer letter 9 or 10 times. And I can say that with a lot of happiness. We help students get prepared for GATE and MBA. And normally what we do is it is around the 4th semester when the students are in their second year. we try identifying, we do a lot of career counseling sessions with them. We identify their interest and their aptitude, and based on that, we decide whether the students should focus on placements, whether they should go in for GATE preparation so that they can go for PSUs or for higher studies or management. And accordingly, the trainings begin for these people. Our association with Department of Science and Technology helps students get funds to set up their businesses. And we encourage entrepreneurship a lot in the college. And of course, with pride, I can say that our students are working in all the three armed forces. So when we work very closely with government of state and center, we partner with them under very good schemes for faculty and students. The growth happens. So our IEEE chapter is very active. Every year we host international conferences. And the purpose of that is that the students organize it with the help of faculty. The researchers and academicians come under one umbrella, and that brings a lot of learning and exposure to our faculty and our students. Now we have these events like Smart India Hackathon. We've been hosting the grand finale. These events help, showcase PSIT. And over time, it has become a brand. So our students win awards. So just to mention, this year in the Indian Science Festival, our student bagged second prize. That's an amazing job. Our amazing network of alumni who are working across the globe are our brand ambassadors. Our awards speak for themselves. Times of India ranked us 37 among all government and private colleges across India, and 8 in placements among all private colleges of India. DataQuest ranked us 65th among top colleges. Outlook ranked us 119. So that's how, over time, when you put in sincere effort and you have an amazing team, I think things work out.
Right, ma'am. So next question is related to something that's very recent. So as we all know, the COVID-19 has affected everyone, and we heard that PSIT took some eccentric steps in e-learning. Kindly share your views on the same. We would like to know about it.
I wish I could delete 2020. I can't do that. So this unprecedented COVID-19 has affected all of us. And the main challenge for us was transfer of knowledge immediately. So thankfully, our LMS, our learning management system, came to our immediate rescue. So we have a studio where faculty on a regular basis otherwise also record lectures. So quickly the directors stepped up, the HODs, the faculty members were all mobilized. The required resources were brought together, and then they were made available to solve the queries of students virtually. So that initial hiccup was there for a week, but then we kind of settled very fast with it. But of course, the physical presence of teacher cannot be replaced. So we ensure that, once this whole thing subsides, we compensate, we'll ensure that, these classes happen and the students are picked up. So this loss that happens is patched up. So you'll be delighted to know there are a few faculty members who've been included in the university's faculty warrior list, and they have provided high quality content for all affiliated colleges of our university, which are made freely available over YouTube for anyone to see. There were several webinars conducted by industry experts to continue our industry institute experience. In fact, we could have more of people that ways. Right. So regular quiz, assignments, assessments kept all of us on the toes. Placement used to be an online, function of the college. But in these situations, there are so many companies who started recruiting online. So it's virtual placement season that has kick-started. So we've decided to work upon a BCE, a business continuity plan, to tackle any unavoidable circumstances that come in future. Just fingers crossed, hope nothing like this gets repeated.
Best wishes for the placement season to 2021. However, I would like to know what are the key focus areas that you would like to share with the future generation who wish to pursue a professional course like engineering, management, or maybe law.
Okay, so this new education policy is like rain in the desert. So it is a step in the right direction. Gen Z is spoiled for choices, but out of those who wish to pursue conventional careers, which I feel would never be a passe, must themselves be aware of the field that they would be picking up. They must do background checks along with scope in future. And I really recommend that these people read advancements in profession over years so that they understand it fully. So they should be open to new ideas and acceptance. As Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has rightly said, and I quote, "You have to dream before your dream can come true." Isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So the next question I have, like being the managing director of PSIT Kanpur, how do you strategize about the key programs and plans for marketing and administration of the institute?
Okay, so you may be smart, but if you don't have your goal in place and smart team to help you reach there, you reach nowhere. Work is well delegated. Decisions are taken in no time after quick consultation. There are no delays. PSIT is a group of institutions where every college is headed by a very able director. They have their own strategies. And of course, it has to eventually merge to the vision of PSIT Kanpur, the brand. So Chairman Sir and I come for any support that they may require. And we kind of oversee, and you'll be glad to know that Chairman Sir, Mr. Pranveer Singh, is super active in even day-to-day working of the college. So he keeps himself abreast with what's happening in the campus. You ask him, he'll know what has happened in X corridor also. So that's how we keep our standards and we keep vigil. I take a 360-degree feedback. In my office, both a faculty and a peer can walk with that same ease, give me suggestions, give me feedback, and it's taken seriously.
Any insights into how your institute could be more welcoming to the students of different races or maybe from different economic backgrounds?
So under PSIT Kanpur umbrella, we have courses affiliated to Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow and CSJM University, Kanpur. So public university courses as it is are affordable for all. So we have scholarships also for very deserving students. So I guess we're able to help the ones who are very deserving and have economic issues. That's handled pretty well at the admission cell counter.
Right. So how do you think PSIT should be viewed as a college?
Okay. So we're running on an 8-lane express highway. So 10 years from now, who knows? But my hearty desire is to see young boys and girls yearning to take admission in PSIT Kanpur. Normally, we see that parents and children are at loggerheads in choosing the right college. So what is parents' choice may not be the child's choice. What is the child's choice may not be the parents' choice. So here, if I'm able to give them a college that fulfills the choice of both. So we want that PSIT should be the first choice of both parents and students. Now, I also dream that PSIT should be counted among the best workplaces in India. If this happens, I feel I will be over the moon.
Great thoughts, ma'am. So what do you see as PSIT Kanpur's greatest strengths?
So we know the future of India is sitting in our classrooms and we're shaping lives here. The students are our biggest strength and of course the asset to our institution. So our alumni speak for the fact as they're placed in top corporate giants or have chosen to pursue higher studies in top institutions of the globe. So our students don't just go for career opportunities, in fact they create too. So like I said earlier, their PSIT gives a lot of opportunities for students to set up their business here. We have incubation, we help them get a lot of counseling from the think tanks of the industry. So organizations like IUP does help us in guiding our students, and we've seen over time that there have been a lot of entrepreneurs who are surviving well, who are doing well, and I guess that's a good job done. And adding to this, today sitting here, I can say with pride that my students are working with the Navratnas, they're working with the armed forces.
After knowing the strengths, I would like to know the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge both in terms of higher education and specific for PSIT Kanpur.
Okay, so future is faster than you think. No, everything is moving so very fast.
Right.
So one of the biggest challenge that professional education faces the exponential change in the demand of the industry. The emerging technologies today will be shaping the tomorrow and well into the future. So, however, we've taken this challenge as an opportunity and we have industry-specific trainings that help in bridging the gap between the curriculum and the industry. So, thankfully, what really happens is the connect that the corporate relations team has with the industry takes us a long way. So constant support that we get from the corporates help us in shaping the trainings and the curriculum as well. What I see as a challenge, honestly, is getting excellent faculty. So we're always on a lookout for very passionate faculty and faculty who are updated with cutting edge technology, who are very high on the learnability curve. We have an amazing infrastructure for which we won university awards, excellence awards so many times from the Vice Chancellor. And I think that's where, we can't complain to the chairman of the college. So I guess with everything put together, we will soar higher.
So, like, we have received information that you're also running NGOs named Arth and Utthan. So, can you please guide us the whole motive of these NGOs? I would request you to tell maybe small achievements of those NGOs.
So, we're not here to churn out professionals. We're not a factory. We shape humans. And in order to imbibe social values and civic goals, NGOs play a major role. So there are several local level issues related to health, environment, education, and social well-being that can be solved with small efforts. Inspired from the Nobel laureate Mother Teresa, it's not how much we give, but how much love we put in giving. That's the differentiating factor. So the organization, the Utthan is pretty active in organizing several blood donation camps, organizing classes for children, for construction workers in our campus, several visits to old age homes, slums, in order to help them meet their basic needs. Then we have, there are students living all around the place where we located. Once the college gets over, we have more than 300 children come down to the campus, and our own students impart education to these hundreds of them. There are schemes of government like Unnat Bharat, so we partner with them and we do a lot of these awareness camps on a regular basis.
Uh, you have already played a very big role in transforming the brand image of PSIT Kanpur that we already discussed. So this has also impacted the admissions from 2000 to 5600. According to you, how much online portals and online marketing have helped you achieve these numbers?
Okay, so honestly, I'm as good as my team. And we have no aspiration to become a university with highest number of students. We're into a different ballgame altogether. We want to be known for quality, not quantity. And we've ensured that we are aligned to the digital world. So it's like, we know how this young generation is glued to their mobiles. And we know how much, the print media has taken a hit over digital. We know that we have to make our presence felt, and we know we have to establish digital relationships. So as content builds relationships, relationships are built on trust, and trust drives the numbers. So keeping these thoughts in mind, we have focused on content that are presented on online portals for branding. You're one of them. You're doing a good job. So I guess when the college becomes a brand or it does good job, the online portals in the present time, I think, come very, very handy.
PSIT is class apart when it comes to placements. We all have seen that. We all know that. So it is the placement that has brought PSIT on a map of North India. We have heard that you are the most sought after college when it comes to recruitments. Tell us more about placements and recruitments of PSIT graduates.
So we take immense pride in sharing our placement numbers every year. So campus placements are the biggest differentiator here. So companies with higher packages visit PSIT on day zero. So that's when actually the placement season starts. And that itself is a testimony to the growing brand equity and reputation of the institute. The institute has delivered record placement 5th time in a row in North India by giving maximum selections to companies. So I'll give you an example. For batch 2020, a benchmark has been set by having 1480 placement offers with big corporate houses. 939 offers, if I'm not wrong with the figure, were rolled out by 4 companies in just 4 days of commencement of the placement season. And we're glad to mention that that's around 56% of our total students. So you can imagine the vibes in the college when you have 56% of the students placed in just 4 days of the semester getting started. We value our association with recruiters and deliver the best, and that helps us in maintaining a very long-term association with them. For past 8 years, just to quote an example, Infosys has been our day one recruiter. So the relationship of 8 years is pretty long. So there are a lot of programs that we run with Infosys. So this year, the placement season with Infosys started in the 3rd year itself. So it was in the 6th semester that that Infi TQ and Hack with Infi started. And that's when the ball started rolling for placement. There was a historic selection of 382 this year with Infosys, 227 with Capgemini, 219 with TCS, 112 with Wipro for the batch 2020. We have our students getting selected in Amazon with a package of 26 LPA, Indian Navy with a package of 15 LPA, just to state that. Many students grab PPOs, and 3rd year itself, with their effort, if they're able to get PPOs, I think they keep themselves very secured very early in their college days. We have brands like MRF, ITC, Flipkart, HDFC, ICICI Bank for our management students. We have product-based companies like Samsung, United Health Group, Airbus, picking up our students because they see the quality in them. VA Tech Vabag, which is world's fifth largest water treatment company, has been coming regularly for years to the campus. German company, Windmoller and Holscher, where students are working. So I feel extreme happiness in sharing the placement records, and all this is actually possible when you have a very dedicated team of faculty members who work on the students from first year itself. So it's the combined effort of the faculty, the training team, the corporate relations team that put together the entire package of student who's versatile, who is technically sound, who is communication-wise sound, attitude-wise very, very positive. That's what makes them get handpicked.
Thank you so much, ma'am. One last question I would like to ask. It's related to our portal, that's College Dunia. So how do you suggest, or how do you think students who aspire to join PSIT should effectively use College Dunia as a platform to know about the details and to take admissions at PSIT Kanpur?
So what I would say is that portals like College Dunia are doing a great service to the students, because you see, information is available digitally today in good number. So there are so many portals that are there. But then if there are portals that have correct information, authentic views about the college, they give space to the college folks to speak about the college and put it across to the students in a very unadulterated form. I guess over time the credibility of your brand will increase. So please ensure that you keep up to the standards, and I'm sure the students would look up to you to seek advice and follow.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sparing your precious time with us, and hope our viewers will get more detailed insight about PSIT. So thank you so much, ma'am, for connecting.
Thank you so much. All of you stay safe and take care. Thank you.